From Hi-Fi Rush to Hi Puffy Amiyumi, nerds are passionate about a lot of things, but there's one thing they love above all else, and that's correcting people. This is Actually. Hello everyone, aside from our recent Jeopardy stints, I wanted to try another game. For those who don't know, Actually is a game show created by Mike Trapp from Dropout, formerly College Humor, and it was hosted by him for 8 seasons until recently, where Ify Nwadiwe took over hosting duties. The show also featured Michael Saltzman as the fact-checker, whose position is now filled by Brian David Gilbert. I'm a huge fan of the show and wanted to do my own version, not affiliated with Dropout, of course, and I do suggest you go and support the official release as well. Joining us today, we have our contestants, James.
Did anyone actually catch any of that?
Oh, got it.
Did you get all that?
Steve.
Oh, hi.
And Logan.
Hello, I'm here. I don't know if we have a buzzer, but I'm ready to act.
While they figure out the buzzer, our fact checker for today is going to be MB. Say hi, MB.
Hi, MB.
And our point taker today is going to be Doug.
Point taker? I thought I was just gonna fucking witness chaos.
Yay.
Fair enough. Can you point take?
Yeah, sure, fuck it.
Well, shit, son!
Notepad!
We must press the good point button.
Don't worry, it won't be as egregious as Jeopardy. You don't have to.
Wait!
In fact,
we must press the
talk-
good news button!
Sorry.
In fact, let's talk about those rules. The rules are simple. I have a host of statements on these slides, and these are false statements about the franchises nearest and dearest to people's hearts. It's up to you to identify what is wrong with it, buzz in, and correct me. There are only 2 rules. You must precede your answer with the phrase, actually. If you don't say it, you lose that point, and someone else can steal the answer from you. And the second rule is you can interrupt me at any time. You don't need to wait for me to finish the statement. And though this is based off the show, almost all the questions here are going to be original, written by me. You'll see what I mean by almost. So, are you all ready to start?
Ready.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how this will go. Let's see what happens.
Alrighty, let's look at our first statement. In Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, while there are many villains from previous iterations that appear, most of the enemies and mutants the Turtles have to fight are brand new, exclusive to the series. Examples include the main antagonist of Season 1, Baron Draxum, and an old flame of splinters, Big Mama. The only enemies that from previous incarnations of the TMNT series to appear are Shredder and the Foot Clan, Baxter Stockman, here called Baxter Stock Boy, Karai, though here she's more of a supporting character, and eventually in the movie, the Krang. Alright, who buzzed in first?
Logan.
If any of you did.
Actually... Oh, wait. No, I may have mixed this up with a different...
can't stall.
Okay, I'm saying genuinely I mixed this up with a different TMNT property. This is the part where actually Lucky Jack 20 has never watched a lot of Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I only am familiar
fine.
with the animation company, so I will back out.
Alright, and I'm going to say this. None of you are in risk of losing any points. You're only going to gain points. So throw out a guess.
Well, I just buzzed so well. Actually, Baxter Stockboy sounds incredibly fake. I'm pretty sure they still call him Baxter Stockman.
They do call him Baxter Stockboy in the show.
That is
Seriously?
ridiculous.
Well, that goes to show that I need to catch up on the show.
Right? Oh, Hype is buzzed in.
Actually, Big Mama is not an old flame of splinters.
Big Mama is an old flame of splinter. I'll give you all a second chance of guessing.
That was the only shot I had because I don't think anything in the statement's actually a lie.
I would buzz again, except it needs to be reset.
Oh yes, buzz resetting.
There we go. Actually, the Krang were not in the Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, they were. They were in the movie.
In the movie?
They're the villains of the movie.
Oh my god.
Yeah. All right.
Then yeah, I got nothing.
I don't think anybody's getting this point. All right. Actually, Bebop and Rocksteady also appear in the background of one episode in their human forms, being kidnapped by Baron Draxum, along with a rhino and a boar.
Actually, remember how I said that I had never seen Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? That's because I definitely was thinking this was, for some reason, like, I zoned out to the sound of Matt's very, like, soothing and very hypnotic voice. And at first, I thought at the beginning, I thought he was referring to Mutant Mayhem. So I genuinely, in my head, I was going to, when I first buzzed in, and then my eyes actually, like, undilated, and I realized he was talking about Rise and not Mutant Mayhem. Originally, I totally was going to say, actually, Rocksteady and Bebop are recurring characters that appear in Mutant Mayhem that are, but nope, completely.
Yeah, no, that's right. Completely different. There's a lot of turtles. There's a lot of turtles.
There's too many turtles. You gotta take care of those boys.
Too many. Anyway.
Again, I'm going to say this. None of you are at risk of losing points like Jeopardy. Even if you don't know, just throw out guesses. I'm just saying. Throw out guesses. All right?
I mean, is the only thing that really risks us losing points is just if we don't, open up with the phrase, actually?
Correct.
Okay, then.
Yes. Alrighty. So, our next question. Gwenpool is a Marvel Comics character introduced in 2015, partially due to the popularity of the Spider-Gwen series. She was made to be an amalgamation of two of Marvel's most popular concepts at the time, Gwenpool and the aforementioned Spider-Woman version of Gwen Stacy, who was introduced in Marvel Comics herself in 2014.
I just buzzed in.
Steve buzzed.
Actually, your statement said Deadpool and Gwen Spider-Woman. You said Gwenpool and Gwen Stacy.
I accidentally said that. Ignore that. That's not part of it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll chime in. Actually, I don't think Spider-Woman version of Gwen Stacy had anything to do with the creation of Gwenpool. They kind of just wanted to do that anyway.
No, it is completely because of the popularity of Gwen Stacy Spider-Man.
Rats.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, actually, Gwenpool was not introduced in 2015. I'm gonna say she was a more, like, she was a more recent introduction. I'm gonna say maybe, like, 2018, 2019.
She was introduced in 2015. So, you guys can guess one more time, each.
Actually, Spider-Gwen was not introduced in 2014.
She was introduced in 2014.
Devil damn it, man!
Matt, you are very bad at lying. I trust you full sail. Go ahead, James.
Actually, you know what? Actually, are we forgetting that they also mixed up Gwen Stacy with Thor, or am I thinking of something completely different?
That doesn't have anything to do with the question, so yeah.
Aww.
Okay.
I genuinely have nothing apart from the most I can think of is that actually Gwen Stacy's Spider Sona is not named Spider-Woman.
She was called Spider-Woman initially.
Gotcha.
So yeah, unfortunately, no, you got it. Actually, she's not a combination of Gwen Stacy and Deadpool. She exists in the main 616 universe and just happens to look like Gwen Stacy with the color scheme of Spider-Gwen. Her real name is in fact Gwendolyn Poole.
Okay, so the idea is that she's not an actual Gwen Stacy. She is just the Gwen part they took because of recognition, but she's not actually Deadpool Gwen Stacy. She's a completely separate character.
Yeah.
That I did not know the specifics of. Resetting buzzer. Ready.
Alright, next question. Or next statement. In the Legend of Vox Machina animated series, the titular group seems to always have trouble with their greatest nemesis, doors! Every time they try to open one, a new problem trying to open it arises. One such occasion is when they tried everything to get a wooden plank. Yes?
Actually, none of us have ever seen this show.
It doesn't matter! That does not matter!
Actually, how am I to answer what is true and what is not?
You throw out a guess! That's how the game works!
You know what?
All
I'll
right.
buzz in
It's for
too.
fun!
Actually, doors are not their greatest nemesis. It's actually treasure chests.
No, doors are technically their greatest nemesis.
Okay.
I'm going
Hype,
to
you
start.
got one?
I'm going to start
Oh, no.
again.
Yeah, I'll let him finish the question first.
Yeah.
Or statement first.
Okay.
In the Legend of Vox Machina animated series, the titular group seems to always have trouble with their greatest nemesis, doors! Every time they try to open one, a new problem trying to open it arises. One such occasion is when they tried everything to get a wooden plank out from a door just to open it. A plank on their side of the door, mind you. Only to get physically hurt trying to do so. In the end, Scanlan, the gnome bard of the group, summons the powerful Bigsby's hand to open the door, only for it to do so with a simple flick of its pinky.
Actually, he didn't use his pinky, he used his ring finger.
That is incorrect, he did use his pinky.
God damn it.
Okay. You got one? You got an answer, Hype?
Actually, it wasn't Bigsby's hand that they used.
It was Bigby's hand that they used.
I'm gonna say, actually, there was not a wooden plank holding the door open. One of them just had their foot accidentally propped in the door's path, and they needed to take a step away from the door.
That is
in order to open it.
incorrect. That is
Then
incorrect.
Matt, please tell me the correct answer.
Yeah.
I
we're not
can't.
getting-
You all
we're-
get another round of guess.
That
Okay,
I can't be
fine.
funny. I can't improvise that well. Actually, you haven't seen Legend of Vox Machina.
That doesn't.
Do you have a Prime Video account, man?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, How do you think I watch Fallout?
Actually,
You know what? Hold on.
I
I got one. I got
go
one.
ahead.
Actually, the wooden plank the wooden plank propping the whole thing was not on the opposite side of the door. It was on their side of the door.
That's why I
That's-
said that's
he just said
actually
that.
in there. The wind plank is on their side of the door.
Ah.
Shoot. All right, you got
Alrighty.
one, Hype.
actually,
If you want-
I don't.
Okay.
Alrighty. You guys are going to hate me for this one.
All right.
Actually, the situation I described wasn't in the Legend of Vox Machina animated series, but in fact the D&D campaign that spawned from Critical Role. In the show itself, they didn't get the door open on their own. A guard opened it up and unknowingly tosses a bucket full of piss right on them.
My
Oh
gosh.
shit! How's that for gratitude?
As someone who has seen the show, I can confirm this.
I was so close. That probably would have been my 300th guess, and then I almost had it. I need more opportunities. Go ahead, Matt. Next question.
Alrighty. So far, our points are nothing, but that's fine.
Correct.
I expect it. Sometimes this does happen in the show, alright? Like,
Sounds
to give you
alright.
guys an example, it's not like they cater the questions to the people actually playing. It's anything and everything. Legitimately. The players could have absolutely no fucking idea what is going on. Alright?
So the main goal is just to. So the
Just
main goal
guess!
is more. It's more like okay. So I think I'm starting to see the idea.
The whole point of this, Logan, is that we're all supposed to act stupid for Matt's amusement.
Fair enough. Like, I mean, honestly, I think that's. I was gonna say I think that's actually what they're going for. It's like Quiplash, where we're just improvising for funny.
Exactly! Thus is the way Mike Trapp intended. Anyway.
Fair.
Alright. Our next
Moving on.
statement.
All right.
In the ocean at the end of the lane, the main protagonist and his friend, Letty Hemstock, come across a sinister, godlike, unnamed creature known as a Scarthach. While they initially believe
Actually,
this-
how is
I
it
was supposed to-
unknown? Actually, you just gave it a name, so it's not really an unnamed creature.
that is not what the statement said. The creature is known as a Scarthach. The Scarthach itself doesn't have a name.
Oh, so it's like if you
Let
had
me-
a dog, but you didn't
yes.
know what the dog's name was.
Exactly.
Fair.
Alright, let me start over. In the ocean at the end of the lane, the main protagonist and his friend Letty Hemstock come across a sinister, godlike, unnamed creature known as a Scarthach. While they initially believe they banished the creature to her own realm after she causes harm in the real world, in actuality, she was able to hide in a hole in the foot of the protagonist and eventually be regrown into a quote-unquote human who takes on the name Ursula Monkton. Eventually, Letty comes to the protagonist's rescue by summoning beings known as Hungerbirds to rid of Ursula once and for all. though unfortunately brings in a greater threat than Ursula herself in the form of the Hunger Birds.
Actually, the Hunger Birds were actually not a demonic summoning force brought forth by the main protagonist. They were actually simply extras from the Hunger Games movies that were filming very close to the set of The Ocean at the End of the Lane.
Now, by
They had-
by technicality, you did say something correct, but something that I also did put into the question.
Fair enough. Okay, well, that's me. You guys, yeah. Compared to the last two, compared to the last three questions, y'all have a hint. So see where you go with there.
I'll actually say this. Steve is closest right now.
Wait, how? I didn't even say anything.
You mentioned that Scarthatch, the unnamed thing.
Oh, right.
Well, so we have a hint.
Steve is in the right location. I'll say that.
Okay.
Actually, the name they gave them wasn't Ursula Montauk? Or Moncton?
Moncton? No. Ursula Moncton was the name that she took on when she became human.
Actually, they're not a Scarthatch.
You know what? I'll say that is technically correct. She does have a name, and it is Scarthatch. Her species doesn't have a name, though Letty and her family call them fleas.
Oh, well.
Ha. See, this is a question that ask me this in 7 years from now when the film adaptation.
I'm excited
the
about
film
that
when
film.
It's made. I'm curious, and I may know more about it. Okay, well, we have a point on the board.
Yes.
Dun, dun, dun.
So, yay! And you're keeping points.
Yep.
But yeah. Also, how are you doing, MB? You can berate me now.
I don't want to berate you, but I'm good.
Alrighty.
You know she would rather berate herself before she berates others, Matt. You know that.
No berating yourself either.
She'd rather pet things than berate, being
fair.
fair. She's a chronic petter.
That's fair.
I do.
That is true.
I do like
Alrighty.
to pet.
I pet
Yes,
around
that is
here and
fair. She will pet anything and everything. It's scary. Anyway,
Cute.
on to our next statement. In Death Stranding, you play as Sam Bridges, a porter or delivery man who must traverse across a desolated America after a near-apocalyptic event wiped out most of humanity, leaving many disconnected from each other. Players must connect everyone together again while delivering packages and avoiding enemies such as ghost-like beings known as BTs, aka beach things, mules, people who look to steal packages for themselves, and terrorists known as homo demons. Another enemy you must avoid is Cliff Unger, a stronger, more self-aware BT who is looking to reclaim his BB, Bridge Baby, after you stole it from him.
Oh, James is buzzed in.
Actually, I don't think there is such a thing called homo demons.
Homo demons are the terrorist faction in the group.
Kojima, you are weird.
Yeah, right?
Kojima, on behalf of Matt, whose home address is this address, he
I hate
believes that you are weird.
I love Kojima, don't you even?
If you ever wish to reach out to this address with an inquiry to take Matt out to dinner, he will refer to as the Weirdman. Which, if you wish to name a character in Death Stranding 3, the Weirdman, I would wholeheartedly be okay with that.
Oh,
as
same.
well.
Yeah. Alright, anybody else?
Actually, Cliff Unger's BB was not stolen by Sam Bridges.
That is
just-
correct.
Oh my god. really?
Actually, BB wasn't stolen. In fact, Sam himself is actually Cliff's BB all grown up. The BB Sam has was from another man, Igor, who sadly dies at the beginning of the game.
Jesus, I
Damn.
didn't realize that. I was just okay, but fair enough.
Yeah.
You were talking shit and you got the point.
That was a huge spoiler probably for the game too, but I don't really mind. I don't think I'm gonna play that game.
It's been like, what, 5 years now?
Fair.
Yeah, it's been 5 years. Also, no restraint on spoilers. You guys are going to see spoilers in this stuff.
Fair enough. Just know that if I see a movie or something that I haven't seen, I may back out if I don't want to have it spoiled.
Yeah,
for me. We'll see
well,
what
too
happens.
bad.
Alright,
Alrighty. So, after that, we are on to our next question, which is our first shiny question of the game.
What?
The heck?
Shiny questions, much like shiny Pokemon, are a little bit rarer, but they're worth the same amount of points. They are special questions for these occasions.
Okay then.
And the first shiny... I will say this, I wasn't original enough to create my own shiny questions. I am using shiny questions from the game. I will say the prompts I made are original, but the shiny questions are from the game. Our first shiny question is, what's wrong with this picture? I'm going to show you a picture, and something has been edited or tweaked in it, and it is up to you to figure out what is wrong with it. Are you ready?
Pretty is all over me.
Hopefully. Let's see.
Right. And here is your picture.
I remember this one.
I feel like I should know what it is, but it's not coming to me right now.
Don't forget to proceed your...
Oh,
When you think you find
maybe.
something, don't forget to say, actually.
Oh! You don't have to say actually on shiny questions, actually.
Oh.
Really?
I'm gonna
Wow.
say.
Sorry,
Get
MB.
better.
You can if you like. Also, remember to buzz in if you...
I buzzed in. Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
I'm gonna say. Actually, yellow herbs were not in Resident Evil 2. They didn't come in until Resident Evil 4.
That is correct! Yes, it is the yellow herb.
Oh,
And
is that
here's
what
the
you were
original
saying as
picture.
well?
I was beginning to figure that out too.
It was either that or I was torn between either that or the fact that I don't know if he gets the shotgun. I thought Claire gets the shotgun, but
No, he does get
No,
the
Lena
shot.
gets the shotgun.
Yeah.
Claire gets the grenade launcher.
oh right, and the Uzi.
But yeah, I'm very happy about how I edited this.
Again, you did
Alrighty.
that. You did
Alright.
that. You did that edit really nice when you showed me that.
Thank
Fair
you.
enough. Fair enough.
Alrighty. Back to our normal slate of statements.
All right.
Question number 6. In HBO's The Last of Us, Bill's role in the story was changed significantly. Though the basic setup is the same as the original game, with Joel being a contact of Bill and Frank's, Bill was still alive and served as a cautionary tale on who Joel might end up becoming if he were to keep pushing people away. In the show, however, Bill and Frank are both dead by the time Joel shows up, and Bill becomes a positive role model on who Joel should become, to let people in and gain a new fulfillment in life.
Actually, Bill's fucking depressing. Like, actually way more depressing in this
He
show
is.
than he is in the game. Like, it's a very just cruel story about love being ripped asunder from you.
No, that's wrong. No. Bill's actually probably worse off in the game.
I'll take a stab. Actually, Bill and Frank are not both dead by the time Joel shows up.
They are both dead by the time Joel shows up.
Damn it!
Steve, do you want to guess?
I don't know.
I will say, for the sake of humor and moving things along, actually, his partner's name was not Frank. It was actually Bill and Ted, and what would become the second most elaborate cameo that Keanu Reeves has ever been shown on in media.
No.
I will not tell you what his first most elaborate cameo was. You'll have to Google that one yourself to find out.
Nope. James,
Yeah,
you get
I'll
another
take
round
one
to
more
guess.
stab. Actually, Bill and Frank were never in the Last of Us TV show.
They are in The Last of Us TV show. Probably the best episode of the whole show.
Dang it. Alright, I give up.
Yeah, I give up. I'm kind of out of it.
Alright, and Steve, again, just throw out a guess when you can. Alrighty. But
Actually, one of them isn't named Bill or Frank. I don't know.
is incorrect. So the answer is, actually, Bill never met Frank in the original game, nor knew of him. He only learned of Frank after he and Bill discover his body.
Huh.
Yep.
Wait,
Yeah,
did you
no,
say Bill or,
never knew-
or Joel?
Yeah, you did
Oh,
say
Joel,
You meant
sorry,
to say
Joel never met Frank. Apologies. I'm out of it. Alright?
This is why I'm a fact checker,
Yeah,
ladies
yeah.
and gentlemen.
Yes. Thank you, Ms. Fact Checker. Alrighty.
You're welcome.
On to our next statement. In Super Mario Odyssey,
Oh,
Bowser has kidnapped
Okay.
Peach in order for her to marry him. What's new? Well, in this installment, Bowser traverses to several different kingdoms to steal precious items and artifacts to help with his wedding plans, including, but not limited to, an ancient wedding ring from the Sand
Oh,
Kingdom,
I already got it.
a wedding,
I got it.
a wedding dress. Hold
James
on,
is
let me
buzzed
get.
in.
I
James is
already
buzzed
buzzed in,
in.
Matt. I already figured it out. Actually, the cake was not from the Luncheon Kingdom. It was actually from the Snow Kingdom.
That's correct. However, I am going to say this. Please let me read the full statement
I thought you- I
before
thought you-
you.
I thought you
I-
said we can interrupt you at any time.
That was
You
the
can
second rule, yeah.
interrupt me. I didn't get to that part of the statement while reading it.
What? Wait,
And
what?
at that point, you shouldn't even. Why should that even be the rule to even interrupt you?
That's fair. That's fair.
Wait,
No,
I'll admit, I am just curious. I'm confused though. By which, I guess at which point are we allowed to interrupt you?
you're allowed to interrupt me as if, like, you notice it in the statement, but I haven't said it. You can tell
Oh,
when I say
okay.
it, buzz it.
I
Yes.
see what he's saying. So you can interrupt him as he gets to that part of the thing and afterwards. But like if you read it ahead before he got to that point, then you don't
Yeah,
interrupt him.
but you are correct. Bowser steals the stew from the Luncheon Kingdom. He steals the cake from the Frost Kingdom. So
Fair enough.
you do get that point, James. Either way.
Thank you.
Okay. Right. And now we know.
I wasn't
Going
going.
forward.
I wasn't going to do a Jeopardy thing. No, I'm just saying, for prosperity's sake, like wait as I'm reading it. As I'm reading it, you can interrupt me.
Alright,
Fair. I honestly just think it might just be better to wait till he finished the question.
maybe. We'll
That's
see.
fair. But yeah, all right. And on to our next statement. The Metal Gear Solid franchise features many allusions to various films and musical artists. None are as prominent, however, as Kojima's love of David Bowie. Along with featuring songs of his, like his The Man Who Sold the World playing in the background of the opening hospital scene in The Phantom Pain, several characters are designed to look like Bowie and his personas. These include Master Miller, Liquid Snake, Young Revolver Ocelot, and even Raiden.
Oh, Hype's buzzed in.
Actually, Liquid Snake was not meant to be designed by David Bowie because, by technicality, that would mean Solid Snake himself would be designed by David Bowie as well.
Not designed by, designed to look like, but no,
That's what I
that's
meant.
incorrect. He is supposed to look like David Bowie. How the genes work in the series is that even though they are technically clones, the genes that were split, Liquid got blonde hair and yeah.
Snake got the dark hair. James is buzzed in.
Actually, the Man Who Sold the World was not playing in the background of the opening hospital scene in The Phantom Pain.
You are almost correct enough that I will give you the point.
Oh, okay.
Actually, Bowie's rendition of The Man Who Sold the World is not the version you hear in The Phantom Pain, as they couldn't secure the rights. Instead, Midge Ur's cover of the song is what we hear.
Huh, okay then.
And for those curious, mine was going to be, actually, Kojima does not love David Bowie. He only tries
Oh, he
to
loves-
he only calls and hangs up on the weekends.
David Bowie's dead.
What I tell you, Kojima's a weird man.
Goddamn.
So you're telling us that Kojima somehow has a means to converse with the dead?
If there was any man on this planet that was to ever come out and say, I actually have connections to the other side, Kojima would probably be one of the top three that I would say, and I wouldn't even blink and be like, oh, yeah, at least he finally told people about it, and I just go about my day like, okay.
Oh yeah. Alrighty, next statement. While visiting Nintendo, and this next statement was actually made by Sammy. While visiting Nintendo for other work, copywriter Shigesato Itoi pitched his idea for a role-playing game set in the contemporary time to Shigeru Miyamoto back in the late 80s. This would become the JRPG known as Mother, which is inspired by Itoi's childhood and a song known as Mother by the Beatles. It would become a hit series in Japan, selling over 400,000 copies, and later getting 2 sequels in 1994 and 2006.
Oh, James is buzzed in.
Actually, I don't think the Beatles ever made a song called Mother.
That's technically close enough, I'll give you that.
Okay.
Actually, Mother was written and sung solely by John Lennon, and had no involvement from the other members of the Beatles. It isn't considered a Beatles song, it is a solo song.
Was it a wing? So it was a Wings song?
No, that's Paul McCartney.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, John Lennon had his solo career.
Well, there you
Okay.
go. Okay. I'm not getting it, but I'm figuring this out, I think. We're getting points, so we
Yeah.
must be doing something right.
Yeah.
Correction, actually, you're getting points.
That's fair.
You'll get something. Alrighty.
I believe.
Yeah. On to our next statement. In the book American Gods, main character Shadow Moon is released from prison after his wife tragically dies in a car accident. After a chance meeting with the enigmatic Mr. Wednesday, Shadow is introduced to the secret world of gods that live within America, both new and old. The new gods are based around the worship of concepts such as media and technology, while the old gods are beings from various pantheons like Norse and Egyptian, having immigrated to America in the minds of their worshippers.
Oh, Logan.
Actually, media was not a concept of worship. If I recall from one of your rambles, it was actually distractions.
No, that's an idea I have for a campaign I want to do, so that is wrong.
Oh,
Dang.
damn.
Gotcha there.
Headcanon is unfortunately not canon.
Yes, media is one of the is a goddess in American Gods.
I'll take a stab. Actually, Norse gods were not among the gods that were of the olden times that were also involved.
James, you're going to hate this. Norse gods are pretty much the primary gods of American Gods. Mr. Wednesday is Odin himself.
I guess that makes sense because Odin
Yeah.
did go into Wednesday. Is what they turned into Odin's Day.
Yeah, yeah.
Wednesday. Okay.
Steve, do you have any guesses?
But a Wednesday.
I would say at this point, if you don't know, like, just be funny.
Yeah,
Do,
be
just
funny,
do what I do,
I
just
guess.
Throw
Or
away something.
you can be funny and somehow also stumble into the answer. That happens.
Yeah.
Actually, the main character's name isn't Shadow Moon.
His name is Shadow Moon. They even point out how it's a weird name.
Yeah.
Y'all get another round of guesses.
Actually, Shadow Moon's wife did not die tragically in a car accident. Matthew is having a slightly schizophrenic moment where he's mixing up the plot of one of the Silent Hill games with American Gods, that because of a very late night rendezvous when he was watching the television show, and he accidentally switched the channels rapidly so fast that when he came back from making a sandwich, he watched the remainder of the season thinking he had watched American Gods when actually he had watched the 2004 Silent Hill movie instead.
That is not correct. Also, this is specifically the book American Gods, I would say.
It was a very late night, and he thought the book was very vividly visual. for a book.
James or Steve, one of you who buzz in, please interrupt him.
Okay.
James is busted.
Actually, the media has no involvement in the concept of work, in the whole thing of concepts.
Didn't someone already bring
Technically-
that up?
I
Yeah,
thought that it was.
technic-
I
yeah.
brought up that I thought it was called distractions, but maybe media's just not in a period. I can see that.
Media is again, like I said earlier, media is a goddess in New
Okay,
Gods.
fair. Then yeah, no, I got nothing.
We got nothing.
Steve, do you want to guess one more time?
Actually, it wasn't Mr. Wednesday that introduced Shadow to the secret world of the gods.
It was Mr. Wednesday. All right, we're going to call this one a wash. Actually, the old gods in American Gods do not immigrate via the minds of their worshippers. Instead, a copy of the god is created, and the original is still occupied in their homeland. In the television series, however, this was changed to them simply immigrating.
Huh? So you could actually have like multiple gods just existing at any point in time.
Exactly. In fact,
Are we sure we're talking about the old Gods book, or the American Gods book, or are we thinking
Yes.
more so of Who Censored Roger Rabbit?
No, this was in the American Gods book. In fact, it is a plot point that Shadow Moon does meet two versions of Odin.
Huh?
Interesting.
Alrighty. So, what's our points so far, Doug?
James is in the lead with 4 points, Steve with 0, and Logan with 2.
Jeez, I didn't think I was that far ahead.
Ooh.
Okay.
Alrighty. And just to let you know, you guys, it's still anybody's game because there's still a few more questions. In fact, this leads us into our second shiny question of the game.
Shing, sparkle, sparkle.
Yep. This game is called Fictionary. I'm going to give you a fictional creature, a monster or mythological being or something like that, and you all have to draw that being for me. You have 2 minutes to draw the being. I will set up the timer, and your being is Ushi-Oni, and your 2 minutes start now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Blast
Pencils
off!
down!
Okay.
Oh, right.
Pencils down, people. Alright, post your pictures in the recording chat. Make sure to spoiler tag them.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Put that there and spoiler. Okay. And
Alrighty.
got it.
I'm going to look at James's first, and we can all look at it. Alrighty.
Oh my lord!
It is
Look at that
a
little cutie.
little sushi with googly eyes. God, that would be
so
a
cute.
Japanese yokai. Wouldn't
Yeah, when
it?
you said Ushi-Oni, the first thing that immediately popped in my head
Yeah.
was like a sushi demon.
Yeah, I could see
Sushi
that. I could
Ushi?
absolutely see that. I could absolutely see that in Yokai Watch.
Yeah, that'd be a yokai
yeah.
watch thing.
It reminds me of that Mama Shiba.
All right, let's look at Steve's picture. I don't know, man. Fair enough.
It's so cute.
It's
I want
a
to
dog
pet
with
him.
multiple
all
eyes. That is adorable, though.
That was actually. I'll say right now. That was actually really. That's actually really good. Like, both of you guys do really good
Yeah.
for how little time you have to draw.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
it's
speed art
almost
is
as if they
incredible.
use a pen, Logan. All right, and for Logan, he has.
This is what I consider to be the peak human form. It was originally I was drawing like a big buff thing, and then it just kind of then for some reason I thought of Doug Bowser, and then I thought of okay, what if Doug was a Bowser, and then then I was like okay, but then what if he was then I tried to draw like spread eagled legs, and then it kind of just dismorphed into what I would like to then have just a single large shoe that the Doug Bowser resides
So
in.
you literally gave him Karibo's heels.
That just
Yes.
looks like me. I'm just fucking fused into my fucking sofa bed.
And this is my
Alrighty.
thing. I say, yo.
I can't find the image of it, but it
Alrighty.
also reminds me of like
Well-
Finn the human as the foot from Adventure
Oh
Time.
yeah.
Does. All right. So to show you guys what an actual Ushi-Oni looks like, this is an Ushi-Oni. It is a
Jesus.
spider with a
What the
bull's
shit?
head. I will say this. Because spiders tend to have multiple eyes, I guess Steve will be closest, and I'll give the point to Steve on this
All
one.
right.
Hey,
Also,
congrats,
he has
Mike.
the most accurate
Yay.
amount of legs, at least compared to the
Yeah!
others.
Oh, yeah.
That's true. I have one.
Your I don't know, man, demon actually worked.
I
don't
it
know,
once,
man.
I said it once, and I'll say it again. Kojima is a weird, weird man.
What does this have to do with Kojima?
He invented them.
No, he
What?
didn't.
He
What
didn't?
the fuck are you talking about?
He invented the Ushi-Oni.
The dude may be a prophet, but he doesn't create demons in his sleep.
That's fair.
Oh, he creates demons in his wake.
Yeah, it's just a mythological yokai, so yeah.
Okay, then.
Alrighty.
Well, there you
So, back to our regular statements.
go. Okay.
Alright.
In the Arthurian legend, Sir Gawain and the Green Knight, the titular Green Knight challenges the Round Table to a game. Whoever makes a blow on the knight must receive the same blow a year later. Sir Gawain takes this challenge and chops the knight's head off before the knight picks it back up and relays the message 1 year hence. A year later, Gawain awaits his beheading, only for the knight to
Buzzing
lightly
in.
nick the back of his neck.
Buzzing in. Actually, Gawain did not wait. He ran. Like, he ran really far away. He did not want to face the beheaded.
That is incorrect. Let me start off back there. Sir Gawain takes his challenge and chops the knight's head off before the knight picks it back up and relays the message 1 year hence. A year later, Gawain awaits his beheading, only for the knight to lightly nick the back of his neck. In reality, the challenge was a test of hubris on Gawain's part, as the Green Knight was sent by Arthur's sister Morgan Le Fay to test the Round Table's courage.
You know what? I'll try buzzing in. Actually, this had no Arthur had no part in this whole thing. Gawain just wanted to be a dipshit, wanted to be a dick for a day or a whole year.
You're technically not wrong, but that is incorrect. That's not what the question is going.
Okay. Yeah,
Steven, do you have any guess?
Actually, the Green Knight was not sent by Morgan Le Fay for any of this. He did this of his own volition because he's just that much of a jerk.
No, he was sent by Morgan Le Fay.
Also, I caught what you said there, Hype. This has no relation towards the Monkey Island character.
That was an
Yeah.
accident, my bad.
You're good. You're
Okay.
good. But hey, there's a solution.
All right, y'all get a second round of guesses.
I'll try. Actually, Arthur himself was the Green Knight.
That's incorrect. Arthur was not the Green Knight.
Actually, the Green Knight wasn't even green.
Was green, yes.
Aw, rats.
I mean, thus his name.
You know what? I'll try it one more time. Actually, the Green Knight was not Sir Gawain.
I mean, you're technically not wrong, but it wasn't Gawain. Yeah.
Damn it.
All right. This one I didn't think any of you guys would get. I just want to see Logan's reaction to this.
Let me see.
To the answer. Actually, the Green Knight, while sent by Morgan, was actually there as a ploy to get a member of the Round Table to behead him, and like Gawain does. Morgan was 100% betting on this making Queen Guinevere have a heart attack so that Morgan could usurp the throne. Obviously, this didn't happen. The Knight not beheading Gawain is simply because his contract with Morgan ended the previous year, and he just wanted a bit of fun.
He just wanted to dick with Morgan.
I'm just thinking that Morgan probably should just kill Queen Guinevere. Like, why go to all this trouble of the middleman? Like, it's sounding like Morgan just wants Queen Guinevere to die. Why doesn't she just go in and, like, she has the means?
Because she has to do it inadvertently.
Hey, Capcom, if you're watching this right now, if you ever decide to do another Ghosts and Goblins game, I can give you the idea for a villainess.
Yeah, hell yeah. Also,
Yeah.
back the fuck up. What the fuck do you mean kill her inadvertently? I'm sorry. What medieval what medieval private eyes are there that would be able to determine whether or not a death was due to like foul play or something?
Hey, don't ask me. Whenever Morgan pops up, her plan is usually, I'm going to get Guinevere, but I can't kill her myself. Why? Because!
No one would think it was you. They would all think it was another warring nation, or she just died in her own shit because of how unhealthy everything was.
I think by this point, Morgan tried so many times that it's like, okay, everybody would know it's me by this point.
That's entirely fair. I'm pretty sure after like the 7th opportunity, they're like,
Alright, I give up.
classic Morgan move. I tried. I really tried.
It would have ruled.
Alrighty. On to our next statement.
Yep.
Denis Villeneuve's Doom Part 2 changes quite a few things from the original source material. Not only is the Spacing Guild the true masterminds behind the plot to kill the Atreides not brought up in the film, but they also cut out the character Thufir Hawat, despite appearing in Doom Part 1. Other changes include
Thufir Hawat does appear, like he does appear in the movie Dune 2. But they don't do anything with him, so he wasn't technically cut.
That's
they just
incorrect.
They just forgot what to do with him.
That is incorrect. Thufir was completely cut out of Doom Part 2.
Oh, hype is
Alrighty.
buzzed in.
Actually, Dune Part 2 wasn't based on anything associated with the original material. It was a wholly original piece of work.
That's
I
incorrect.
believe
It
it.
is still an adaptation of the second half of Dune.
Damn. All right, continue from
Anyway,
there.
continue.
Yep. Alright. Not only is the Spacing Guild the true masterminds behind the plot to kill the Atreides not brought up in the film, but they also cut the character of Thufir Hawat despite appearing in Doom Part 1. Other changes include getting rid of the 2-year time jump, Fade Rotha being more dishonorable as a fighter, and Paul's sister Alia's role being given to their mother instead.
James is buzzed in.
Actually, the 2-year time skip still happened.
No, the 2-year time skip does not happen. It is shortened to 9 months.
Huh.
Oh.
It's basically the same amount of time.
True. Sonic can relate. Actually, Paul's sister Elia's role was actually given to the Sandworm in an incredible acting role that no one saw coming. The Elia's actress fell ill one day,
Alia.
and Alia's fell ill one day, and the Sandworm just stepped up saying, "I helped rehearse all of her
No.
lines for the monologues,
By
and I memorized the
role,
lines." And
by role, I don't mean the acting. By role, I mean the character. But
I know,
Alia,
I know.
No, Alia's stuff was given to Paul and her mother instead. Lee just
all right,
said.
hype is also buzzed in
I-
after me
I
for a
buzzed.
second round.
Well, first off, you correcting that pretty much shot what I was about to say in the Devil Damn Foot, so instead I'll just say, actually, Fade Racha actually wasn't in the movie.
Fade Rotha is in the movie, but you are close.
Oh,
You
does he become
know what?
more honorable?
You know what? I will say this because Steve actually pinpointed it is something about Fade Rotha. I will give him the point on this one.
Okay.
Actually, Fade Rotha, as you said, Logan, was more honorable in the film. In the book, he often cheated in fights, including trying to use a hidden knife to stab Paul in their final duel. In Doom Part 2, however, Paul is the one who uses the underhanded tactic in their fight, and Fade is often seen being noble towards his enemies, including thanking them for their battle.
Wait, if Logan said that he was more honorable, shouldn't that point go to him instead?
No,
Because he didn't say
it was outside.
actually.
That was
And
out
it's
of
outside, yeah.
defeat of like, oh my gosh, I don't know how
Yeah.
many questions there are in this, but I have a
Yeah.
feeling it was
So-
very close.
So, Steve, you do get that point because you did pinpoint it did have to do with Fade Rotha.
Okay.
Hooray!
Yay!
Alrighty. On to our next statement. In the film Wings of Desire, angels Damiel and Cassiel act as guardians to either side of the Berlin Wall. Both have different interpretations of humans, with Cassiel becoming jaded and resentful, while Damiel becomes hopeful and intrigued, to the point of wanting to become human himself. Eventually, Damiel meets an unnamed actor, played by Columbo's Peter Falk, who used to be an angel as well, and eventually shows Damiel the new lease on life he can gain as a human.
Oh.
Where do we separate the truth from the lies?
I don't know.
Exactly.
The whole point of this has been I just have to be funny and hope that I'm funny because I don't
You are
I
funny.
don't
Yeah,
actually know
because
this.
otherwise I would be dead. I
Very
would
funny.
pretty much be shot dead to rights.
Has anybody
No
buzzed in yet?
idea. No, because
nope.
we don't know this map. We don't watch the things that you watch.
That's
and we're not
fine! It
smart about
doesn't matter!
that. Yes, hype is buzzed in.
Oh,
All
I
right.
buzzed in.
Actually, you have their personalities swapped around. Damiel is actually the more jaded, resentful one, whereas Cassiel is a little bit more hopeful.
That's incorrect. Cassiel was the resentful one, and Damiel did want to become human.
I'm going to say that actually Damiel's actor was not played by Columbo's Peter Falk, but
That's
whoever
not part of the question, but
but it was actually played by. Do I look like I give a rip at this point? Whatever I'm about to say is about to be bullshit anyway, and you know it. So I'm going to say that instead, Damiel did not meet an unnamed actor played by that person. Instead, Damiel met an unnamed actor played by a Poirot's actor.
you're technically both correct and incorrect, so I'm not giving it to you.
All right, well now at least they have something to go with. Ain't that nice? All right, everybody, now do something with that.
I'll say. Actually, Daniel meets a named actor, not an unnamed actor.
That is technically correct. Actually, Peter Falk's character is not an unnamed actor. It's just Peter Falk himself.
Oh,
Though
playing
considering
Peter
how
Falk.
nice
Oh.
considering how nice Falk was in real life, it wouldn't surprise us if he was a former angel anyway.
Well, there you
Yep.
go. All right.
Alrighty.
Did James get that point?
And
Yep.
James did get that point. Yes.
Okay.
Woohoo!
Oh, Richard
Alrighty.
Day.
And on to the next question. In Hi-Fi Rush, main character Chai must fight his way up the corporate ladder after being branded a defect by Vandalay Technologies, being hunted by them. This is due to his MP3 player being grafted to his heart while undergoing a robotic limb replacement program known as Project Armstrong. Later, it's revealed that Project Armstrong equipment comes with a secret AI known as Spectra, a mind-controlling device created by CEO Kale Vandelay. While initially believed to be for world domination, in actuality, Spectra will mind-control people to buy more products, thus increasing profits within the company.
This is actually pretty tight. Logan.
I'm gonna say, actually, Spectra was not created by Kale Vandelay because famously they kept reporting that he kept stealing everything. That Spectra was instead some failed program made by engineers before him.
Technically, you're not wrong, but it is suggested that Kale himself did make Spectra, so no, that is incorrect.
Right.
Damn. I mean, shit, the rest of the songs look pretty tight.
Yeah.
That's why it's written that way. Throw out guesses, people.
I'm trying to think,
Hype's
but
got
it's also,
one.
like, the talks
Okay.
are keeping me distracted.
Okay, so first off, apologies if you hear any dogs. One of our repairmen are here because of Devil Damn course another thing has to be wrong in this stupid house. Second off, actually, the MP3 player being infused in his heart was an accident.
That was an accident, yes, but that's not part of it. So that's incorrect.
Right.
Maybe technical point, maybe.
No.
Nah.
No, unfortunately. It was grafted to his
Sad.
heart. And it was an accident.
I'm only allowed so many pity points, MP.
Fair.
They're not pity points.
It's technically.
Well, I thought I said B, sorry.
Gosh, I don't know. It seems all pretty much there. Like,
Well, you each get one more guess, so throw out.
You know what? I'll take a shot in the dark.
go for it.
Actually, kind of echoing what was said earlier, Spectra was not already something Kale already designed. It was more so something that was started by his dear mum.
That's incorrect. Kale started Spectra. His mom.
But yeah, no, I got nothing. Like, I don't see any flaws in this question.
There is a flaw.
I'll say, actually, I don't. This is like a nitpick thing. I don't know. I'm not good at this.
Oh,
This isn't like a. But
That's fine. That's fine.
I'll say my first, and then we'll have hype. Actually, it doesn't mind control them to buy more products. It's more so it mind controls them just to be like content with what they have and not to be so picky about what they get.
No, that's exactly.
No, I'm so sorry, Steve. That is correct. Actually, Kale's plan is not to increase profits. He created Spectra to cut out people's indecisive nature and buyers' anxiety. As throughout the game, he's shown to be quite petulant and impatient.
Huh. I always figured the increased profits was already part of the plan.
Now he kind of, I guess the catch was that Vandelay was already at like the top of he didn't need more Like, it was actually this really weird thing where he was actually a pretty like decent, like
Yeah.
okay-ish kind of idea for a evil CEO, and that he wasn't after like everyone's money all at once. He just didn't want. He just genuinely,
Yeah.
he just didn't want the idea of running a company to be so difficult. Like, he was
Exactly.
totally fine
And-
with the
and-
money being made. He just didn't like the work he had to do to make it.
Yeah, there's literally a line in the game when Corsica confronts him about it. She goes, "What, is it to increase profits?" And he literally says, "Please, even you know that's not it."
He's like, we got too much money as it is.
Yeah.
And it was a silly thing of like, genuinely, he kind of has a point. There are some buyers there just like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I wanted that. I want a bigger car. I want one that has higher
Exactly.
windows.
And,
I want things. He's like,
and
oh my
throughout
gosh.
the game, you constantly see Kale hates that. He hates indecisive nature. He hates people doing that. So yeah, that's his entire plan, not to increase profits. He doesn't care about the profits. They're already at top of their game.
Fair.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's true.
An
Alrighty.
actual reasonable CEO who actually is less
You
evil
know,
compared to
it's
people today.
It's only appropriate that the person that actually played Hi-Fi Rush from beginning to end would be the one that gets the point.
You should play the game. It's really fun.
It's
always.
fantastic.
I would, but I'd like to. It's just a matter of whenever it'll be better optimized on Steam Deck so it doesn't drain my battery life.
That is entirely
Yeah,
fair.
definitely play on Steam Deck. It's great there. Alrighty.
Yeah, it's the battery. All right.
That's fair, that's fair. It actually doesn't drain battery that much, I'll say that.
Maybe they've improved it.
Alright. Anyway, on to our next question. The Exiles is a Marvel comic book series that initially started in 2001. Inspired by the television series Sliders, it followed multiverse-displaced Marvel characters, primarily those from the X-Men franchise, traveling between multiverses and fixing problems that have arisen in them. The initial team comprised of Blink and Morph from the Age of Apocalypse timeline, Mimic, Nocturne, daughter of Nightcrawler and Scarlet Witch, Magnus, son of Magneto and Rogue, and Thunderbird. These characters would tend to be swapped out if any of them died during a mission or retired.
Actually, if Magneto and Rogue boned, Magneto would be dead.
Ha! No, Magnus is the son of Magneto and Rogue. And
How?
actually it is...
How did he survive?
Oh, it's a plot point that because of Magneto's, like, Magnusism, he's able to, for some reason, go against Rogue's, like, draining abilities. It's weird.
Huh.
I don't even begin to ask how that's possible, but this is not the place to
Alright,
question. What I will question, though, actually, is Nightcrawler and Scarlet Witch having a baby.
Nocturne is the daughter of Nightcrawler and Scarlet Witch, from another universe, I will mind.
Fair. Hype is buzzed in as now as well.
Well, no, actually, mine doesn't work because I miscounted how many you brought up. I was about to say, actually, there was a member you missed, but no, you actually did have all of them.
Yep. Alrighty.
Well,
you all get one more guess?
Reset the buzzer first.
Oh, yes, sorry. Boop. Alright, there you go. There's James.
Actually, they weren't fixing the problems. They were just more so trying to get back to their own homes.
Now, you're not wrong there, but they were meant to fix these problems that have arisen, and that would give them the ability to go home.
Gotcha.
Okay.
But no,
Hype
they
is
were
buzzed
meant
in.
to fix problems. Yes, Steve.
Actually, while Blink was from the Age of Apocalypse timeline, the morph that they used was not from that timeline.
That is correct!
Oh my.
Actually, this morph is not from the Age of Apocalypse timeline. The Exiles morph just happens to look and act like Blink's friend, but is in reality from a different universe. He's a different morph altogether.
Well
Well,
done.
there you
Okay.
go. I didn't know that. I mean, granted, I didn't know a lot of things, but there you go, Hype. But actually, you got that one.
Yeah, one I
Alrighty.
felt like I earned.
Hell yeah.
Yay!
Yeah, only makes sense.
Alright. And that brings us to our final shiny question of the game.
Oh.
This is called Spelling Bee. Spelling in English is difficult enough, but spelling in sci-fi and fantasy is even harder. So, I'm going to...
I'm not ready to.
scared.
I'm not ready to spell it today.
So, I am going to give you the name or word of something from a sci-fi or fantasy franchise. It is up to you to spell it. You also have to include, if they are in it, apostrophes or spaces. And or spaces. Alrighty.
All right.
Your word is Davana Tendi.
Davana Tendi. Okay. I'll put it in spoiler chat.
And you only get one try. Each of you only gets one try.
Yes, please.
none of you have-
Please type it
you
out with
can't?
spoiler warning.
Oh, no. You have to spell it to me. You can't type it out. You have to spell it.
Oh, like actually.
Right here.
Okay.
Right
okay,
here.
Okay.
It's a
Right
spelling
now.
bee.
Okay.
Oh.
All right.
Okay, that's fair. Davana Tendies. DVANA space TIEND parentheses nuts.
No. Wrong. All right. Who is next? You have to guess on this one. So I'm going to choose James.
Alright. D-A apostrophe H-A-N-N-A space T-N-E-N-D-Y?
No, unfortunately. And Steve, you can
Shocker.
give your guess. Davana Tendi.
Attendee, let me see. D-I-V-A-N-A apostrophe VANNA space Tendi. What's the last name?
Yes.
T apostrophe NDY.
God, you were probably... I will say this. You and Logan were probably closest, but you did get it wrong. The proper spelling is D apostrophe VANA space TENDI.
What the fuck is that even from?
That is a character from Star Trek. Star Trek Lower Decks, to be fair. And probably the best character, in my opinion.
She the green girl?
She's the green girl, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. All right. So far, what is our point tallies looking at, Doug?
We have James with 5 points, and we have Steve and Logan with 3 points.
Oh.
Alrighty.
Points each.
And unfortunately, that means that James does win this game. However, this brings us to our final question, which is actually probably the most valuable question in the game. Real life skills.
Oh boy.
What?
So,
Oh.
this is this isn't worth any more points or anything like that. However, if you do get the answer of this, that just means you're just a better person. So, yeah.
Okay, let's see.
Alrighty.
Logan, I congratulate you on your inevitable success.
I have no idea what it's gonna be about. I have
All right.
skills. in
I
other
will
areas.
also
We'll see.
say I will also say this, since I am not a better person in life, I couldn't really think of any original question for this. So I am actually using a question from one of the episodes, and I will even mark the episode that it is from. All right,
let's
here's our real life skill question. Let's go on vacation. There are a lot of factors to consider if you want to book the cheapest flight possible. Here are some helpful general tips for booking a US domestic flight. First, book your trip in advance. The best time typically falls between 1 to 4 months out. Second, purchase your tickets on the right days of the week, either Tuesday or Wednesday. Finally, don't try to fly out on a Friday, since it's almost always the most expensive.
I'll admit one of those things is accurate.
Oh, hype is buzzed in.
Actually, it's actually Tuesday and Thursday you want to buy the tickets.
That's incorrect, but you're in the right ballpark.
I'm gonna say actually it's Wednesday and Thursday.
Incorrect as well.
Okay. James is buzzed in.
Actually, it's Monday and Tuesday?
Incorrect. I will say this, you all get a second guess. You don't have to be as specific.
Oh, okay. Oh, hype is buzzed in again.
Actually, they're not particularly picky on which days you buy the tickets, just as long as you're there with the money.
They are picky, unfortunately, yes.
Then you know what? I'll buzz in as well. Actually, you can pretty much pick any day to buy the tickets except for Friday.
Incorrect as well.
Oh!
What?
Oh! I got it.
Yes.
Actually, it doesn't matter what days that you are purchasing. It matters on what days the flight actually happens on.
No, it does matter what day. So unfortunately, none of you got the real life skill question. Unfortunately,
So you're telling me that if
none
I
of
so
you are
you're,
better.
so you're telling me that if I buy a 4th of July ticket and it just happens to be like May 17th, nothing bad's gonna happen to me because it's totally the right day of the week to buy
Logan.
that ticket.
Logan, it depends on the day. This is the purchasing the ticket. It also depends on the day that you purchase it. That's what it is about. So unfortunately, no, you got it. Actually, Sunday is typically the best day to purchase a flight.
Sunday.
Is it because because like that's the day when all like the new weeks like tickets or whatever like appear or prices are adjusted
Exactly.
or something?
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
So-
I learned something.
So, what is our final scores? Well, you already technically said
You already
that, but
know
say
them.
it again, Doug.
James is the winner with 5 points, and Logan and Steve are tied second with 3.
Well, there you go. Yeah, that's part of the
James, you are our winner of Actually.
Congratulations.
I don't feel like a winner, but heck, I'll take it.
Da-da-da-da.
All right.
Alright.
And again, I'd like to thank you all for watching. Again, support the official show on Dropout. Again, we are not affiliated with Dropout in any way. Though, Dropout, if for some reason you're watching, or Mike you're watching, please know I love your shows and think like it is incredible. And I, hope you don't mind. Please don't sue me. Anyway, hope you all have a wonderful day, and thank you for watching. Bye.
Bye bye.
Ta-ta.
Till next time, everybody.
Yeah.
Well, shit, son.